C.
And I'm T.
And we are Creating Curiosity. We're hoping to have you join us on some adventures to create some curiosity about new people, places, and experiences where an adventure is always waiting. And there is the lovely harmony of the seas behind me. We finally made it to Costa Maya. The last time we were on a cruise to this destination, we were unable to actually get off the ship because they were not able to dock the boat due to water and waves going up and over the dock, which frankly seems a lot safer than what these guys were doing, dangling from a rope by their leg, slightly unwinding it little by little as they came down while one of them was playing a flute-type instrument. I don't know exactly what this is called, other than we would probably call it an OSHA violation, but it was very interesting to see and did make you nervous the entire time for these people. So I finally pulled the trigger on this. I have talked about it for years, going to one of these fish spas where the fish eat the dead skin off of your feet. I guess they call it a fish pedicure. I thought for years I would like to try it, but it was a little different. But you know what? I got very curious this time, and I figured for $25 for 25 minutes we would give it a try and see what it's like. The only thing I can describe it as feeling kind of like putting your foot up to a jet in a jacuzzi, only it's happening all over your feet. For this port, we took advantage of being able to walk to the aviary and pay just $14 to see all of the florals and all of the birds that were located there, and we also got an added bonus that we were unprepared for. So you do get a bird's eye view of the resort when you're going through the aviary because it's built on a series of buildings and suspension bridges, which are not great if you have mobility issues. They are quite bouncy and they do swing in the wind. The animals are kept into the enclosures with a series of doors, ropes, different types of things like that. It's nice because they have taken a lot of time to build these out to be very naturalistic for them. They have all of their trees and many ropes and swinging branches and things. This guy was taking a nice long nap here, and you can see all of the different animals just flying around. They're all eating. I believe it was lunchtime. We saw quite a bit of vegetation being laid out for them. You are quite up close and personal with these animals. There is nothing between you and them. This guy has quite an interesting tail. His tail is longer than his body. And you can see that there's feathers all around because they do fly over your head and they are completely free within these enclosures. So that is why the netting and the roping and all of the extra doors are necessary to make sure that they're not going in between the buildings. We took a moment for the bird's eye view to take a look at the ocean, and you can see it was a rather rough day. We were concerned a bit about getting off the dock, so we were actually pleasantly surprised when we discovered that you can see the dolphins from up above in the aviary. So if you wanted to have a dolphin encounter just to see them and not to actually swim with them, we probably got a better view from the aviary than you would have gotten if you had paid to go in and actually, see them as part of an excursion. So I believe that excursion to interact with the dolphins was well over $100, and that was not to swim with them, just to see them. I have previously done the swimming with dolphins, and it is definitely an excursion that you should not miss and do at least once in your lifetime. They are fabulous creatures. They're so smart, and they're just really fun to interact with. The animal kingdom absolutely has a sense of humor. These guys were really loud, and then there's this guy who just looks annoyed that they will not shut up. I'm not exactly sure what kind of bird this is, but if you look closely at the feathers, they have circles much like you would see on a peacock. And then you just have a plain old raven. And a quick selfie to commemorate our visit before T had to go brave the big birds, who are notorious for attacking him on more than one continent. A quick check of some directions, and we were headed back to our ship, where we were able to see the great difference between some of the smaller ships and some of the larger ships that are available now in the cruising industry. After our traditional main dining experience, we were prepared for the evening to go see the show. Tonight that was Grease. As wonderful as this show was, they did have some technical difficulties. You can see that part of the car was falling off the facade of it, and they did have some issues with lighting and sound and had to have a brief interruption to the show. This made a lot more sense after we found out that this was the very first cruise that this crew was performing on, so everyone from the dancers to all of the audio and visual people were brand new on this ship. As you can see, after the snafu, the actors were completely unfazed. They were professional and continued the performance and continued a show that we have come to expect from Royal Caribbean, and we really enjoyed it. So the morning after, we were off to Cozumel, which we have been to Cozumel before. We really enjoy it. It's great for shopping and wandering around and seeing all of the street performers. But we were actually off to a more non-traditional approach today. T was able to find a massage place that was initially meant for people working in the cruising industry. And as you can see, it's up in this cute little building, but we were able to get a couples massage for a fraction of the price that it would have cost to get just a single massage on the cruise ship, and it was every bit as good. I'm not sure I would call it chiropractic, but it was really relaxing and enjoyable. And then we were able to do some shopping and enjoy some of the scenery locally. So if you're unfamiliar with cruising, you will always have pier runners. Pier runners are the people who don't pay attention to the time, lose track of time, and are about to miss the boat. So right now you can see that there are a lot of people filing in. This is not quite time for the actual pier runners yet, but what will happen is you will see people just running down the port area trying to catch the ship before they close it up. Additionally, we were able to catch a glimpse of this ship next to us, which coincidentally our good friends were going to be boarding the day that we ended our cruise here. We're gonna go enjoy some ocean breezes after 2 great days in Mexico, and we are gonna leave you here tonight, guys. We hope you've enjoyed coming along. Until next time, stay curious.